Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Aldas and today I'm going to be talking about a recent rumour that Racing Point could become Aston Martin. Now I'm going to talk about where this rumour came from and also what implications it has for both Racing Point and another team on the Formula 1 grid. Now I really look forward to seeing what you guys think, so don't forget at the end of the video to comment in the box below what you think of this rumour. And of course guys, if you do enjoy the content on my channel, don't forget to drop a like, smash that subscribe button and check out my social medias, Instagram and Twitter will be above. But guys, let's get into it. Now guys, really quickly, just before we do get into the video, I just want to say that this story came from Racefans.net, and both of the articles that I used for this video will be right at the top of the description. If you want to know more, if you're really interested in this topic, then definitely go give those a read. Racefans.net is a brilliant independent sort of motorsport journalists organization, and yeah, they do fantastic content. I absolutely love them, and it was Racefans who revealed that the owner of Racing Point, Lawrence Stroll, who's also of course the father of driver Lawrence Stroll, is linked to a buy-in at Aston Martin. Now, for those that are unfamiliar with Lawrence Stroll but perhaps know the name, a quick recap of Lawrence Stroll's involvement in Formula 1. In 2018, of course, when the team formerly known as Force India went into administration, a consortium of investors led by Lawrence Stroll, whose net worth is estimated to be over £2 billion, bought the team and then eventually renamed the team Racing Point for 2019. Now, going into a brand new season, they retained Sergio Perez and brought in Lawrence Stroll's son, Lance Stroll, formerly at Williams, to partner Sergio Perez for 2019. Now, it was great news for Force India and Formula 1 when Lawrence Stroll kind of swooped in and saved the team, and he's got big plans as he's invested heavily and is even expanding the factory next year, which hopefully means a very bright future for the team. So why is Lawrence Stroll considering a buy-in at Aston Martin? Well, the car company has recently had a drop in value, with share prices dropping from £19 to £5 in the last year, as well as making a loss of £80 million over the first 6 months of 2019, which means the company is ideal for investors like Lawrence Stroll, who himself not only has a huge passion for cars, but also already has a foot in the door with him being the owner of a Formula 1 team. So what impact will this have in Formula 1 and the Racing Point team? Now, if Lawrence Stroll does acquire a controlling stake in Aston Martin, then there is a strong possibility that Racing Point would not only get a brand new livery, bringing back the old school British racing green, but also perhaps have a name change and become a fully fledged Aston Martin Formula 1 team, something we've actually not seen since 1960. Now, for Racing Point, this would be an incredible move with a huge amount of benefits, not only becoming a true name brand, because really Racing Point doesn't really mean anything to a lot of people. It's only real Formula 1 fans know that Racing Point is a Formula 1 team, but with Aston Martin, that sort of brand, that sort of name, it has a lot of heritage, a lot of prestige as well, which would aid in more sponsorship, and that means even more money, which hopefully would take the Racing Point team to the next level. And not only that, but in addition to this, Aston Martin already have a strong relationship with Mercedes, as their road cars use both interior parts from Mercedes, but more significantly, Aston Martin cars all use Mercedes engines. Now, this would be a great complement, as the Formula 1 team Racing Point also use Mercedes engines, which again would just sweeten the deal a little bit more. And lastly, Aston Martin also have an established engineering facility at Silverstone, which is exactly where the Racing Point team's factory is as well. So for Racing Point, this deal can only be good, but the one team that it could hurt on the Formula 1 grid is Red Bull. Now, Aston Martin is actually Red Bull's title sponsor, and with that comes an added $10 million. But more than the money, Red Bull for about 4 years now has had a technology partnership with Aston Martin as well. Adrian Newey, of course, Red Bull's Formula 1 designer, has been involved with designing the brand new Aston Martin Valkyrie hypercar, which Aston intends to race at Le Mans. Although the Aston Martin Valkyrie deliveries haven't started, all 150 allocations have already gone, with each car costing a cool £2.5 million or $3.2 million. Oh, and by the way guys, one of the lucky 150 people who will have a Valkyrie arriving is a man called Lawrence Stroll. Now, although deliveries haven't started, Aston Martin have considered the partnership with Red Bull and Adrian Newey a success, and on top of the Valkyrie, have already designed an even more extreme version called the Valkyrie AMR Pro. And more recently, they actually revealed a new direction for the brand with a future concept car called the Valhalla, which again takes a lot of cues from the Red Bull designed Valkyrie. So clearly both the public and Aston Martin are very excited at the products from the Red Bull partnership. However, with the purchase of Aston Martin by Stroll and clearly an intent to create an Aston Martin Formula 1 team, there would be a clear brand clash on both the Formula 1 and the road car side of business. And also for Red Bull, with Honda not 100% committed to the F1 project, only extending their deal with Red Bull for 2 more years, what could this mean for the future of the Red Bull team? So, if the deal does go through, there will be a huge amount of change in the landscape of Formula 1, and although nothing is for certain, it will be very interesting to see how this story plays out over 2020 and beyond. For Red Bull, I have no doubt that they're going to stay in Formula 1 because there's so many exciting things that's clearly in their future. With Max Verstappen at the team, anything is possible, and 2020 is another big opportunity for them. But for the Racing Point side, could this be that sort of one little spark that the team needs to just go to that next level, and perhaps one day, very soon, maybe even with the 2021 rule changes, could they become title contenders and race winners? Could they be Formula 1's next big team? Well, we're certainly going to find out. Anyway guys, there you go. That is my video on the rumour that Racing Point could become Aston Martin. Now, let me know in the comments below guys, what do you think of this rumour? I must say that on one hand, I'd love to see Aston Martin kind of back in Formula 1 in the British Racing Green livery. That would also be awesome, and all the things that it could do to Racing Point as well as a team. But on the other hand, I'd really miss the Pink Panthers. That pink livery is so iconic and I absolutely love it. It's one of my favourites on the grid. But again, guys, let me know in the comments below guys, what you think of this rumour. And yeah, there's certainly some exciting times coming up in Formula 1. Now, as always, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to drop a like, smash that subscribe button, and check out my social medias. Instagram and Twitter will be above. But guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.